I mean, a quick word on all this, like censoring and the cancel culture that's going around on people who have been advocating some measure of humanity for Palestinians. Like, I don't subscribe to the, I don't know, 10 people who have pulled down a poster about people who have been abducted and held hostage in Israel. That's ridiculous.
Stupid. It's fighting propaganda by, as Grim pointed out on Twitter, making yourself propaganda.
Exactly. But it's also just like a rude and I think heartless thing to do. I mean, you know, but this whole notion of people saying like, this is why the liberals shouldn't have cancel culture, because you're starting to see it turned on people who are supportive of Palestinians. You need to have an incredibly blinkered sense of history to think that this is anything new. I'm old enough to remember when Yale had basically canceled Juan Cole's contract because he would speak about Palestinians as if they were human beings. This is not new. The only thing that's new is that there is a much broader movement of support for the right of Palestinian civilians to live, period, than has been in the past. And this is what, you know, when I've talked about like the idea of cancel culture in the past, what we've seen is not in any way a complete reversal, but certainly a growing ability from people who don't control the levers of power to shape what is acceptable and non-acceptable discourse in our society. And it just so happens that it was called cancel culture. Prior to that, it was just called nothing. It had no name because it was so the norm. I don't know. I've been reading like, you know, sort of like comments of like, this is what you get. No, this is what existed.
Right.
This is pre-existing.
Greenwald said it was woke theory, and it was a good, you know, he's done good speaking out against it, but then he has to like cater to his audience and say like, this is woke theory in practice. And it's like, no, it's not. If you,
the most fascinating stuff about that is instead of actually advocating on behalf of Palestinian people, it all becomes a second order advocacy over the right of people to advocate for Palestinians.
Yeah.
That way you don't alienate your audience.